Hey everyone, my name is Morgan. I'm with Boat Town here on Lake LBJ. We also have an Austin store. We like to host classes called She's the Captain, which helps get women comfortable in the driver's seat and being the captain of the boat, making sure that you are well equipped to hit the water if you're the one in charge. There's a trick that I like to teach in those classes that I think resonates really well with everybody, so I just wanted to show you guys exactly what that is in case it helps you with your driving experience. Okay, so when I'm teaching people how to drive, I kind of break it into a couple different categories. I have driving just out on the open lake, we have pulling a rider or a surfer, and then the one that people find the most challenging is always putting it back onto a dock, onto a lift, pulling it onto a trailer. All of those kind of things when you're maneuvering slowly, I categorize in the same way because it's the same action. So whether you're putting it onto a trailer or pulling it into a slip, it's the same thing over and over. General rule of thumb, don't approach anything faster than you want to hit it. Seems easier said than done. A lot of people think that when you're in a boat and you're moving slowly, that the slowest you can go is right here, how I have it, just in idle, I'm in gear. But unlike a vehicle on the land, there's a lot less friction with the water. So even though I haven't touched the throttle, we are picking up speed as we go. So in reality, the slowest you can go is bumping it in and out of gear and coming back into neutral. So I'm back in neutral, but I still have some forward motion. That motion is the slowest that you can go. So the more often you pull back into neutral, the easier it is to kind of control your speed. Here's the catch. You cannot steer if you're not in gear. You have to have the boat in gear in order to have steering. However, you can correct your steering ahead of time and then give it some gas where it's already set up for success. All right, so for example, I'm in neutral right now. I'm gonna turn the wheel all the way around and obviously nothing is happening with the boat. Well, even if I did have the boat in gear, when you're going at slower speeds, there's not a whole lot of water being pushed through the prop, so it's a little bit of a delay. I have the steering wheel all the way to the right, I'm bumping it into gear, and I'm just now starting to feel our movement. So the key here is to set yourself up for success before you actually give it that movement so that you know how to correct without overcorrecting. My piece of advice to you is put your boat in neutral. The next time you're in the water and you want to practice this, go find a buoy that you can use to just kind of nose up to as your practice. Low risk, high reward. If you hit the buoy, it's just a buoy, it's not a dock. And again, you shouldn't be approaching anything faster than you want to hit it. So make sure you're coming in and out of neutral. The pattern that we want to get to is basically correct your steering, bump it in gear, back into neutral. Correct your steering, bump it into gear, pull it back into neutral. If you can get in a habit of that pattern and learning how to correct ahead of time, you're going to be in great shape. So here's how I would say you should practice getting set up for success. Keep the boat in neutral. I have the wheel all the way turned to the left. I can't go left anymore. Now I'm going to leave it in neutral and I'm just going to see how many times it takes for me to turn that wheel all the way to the right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4 full turns. We're going to call it 4. So that means that if I'm looking to go straight, if I want my wheel to be in the middle, I'm going to turn it 2 times. So I'm all the way to the right now. Here I go, 1, 2. Now I should be relatively straight and I can bump it forward knowing that I'm going to go in the direction I want to go. Okay, so once again, I'm all the way in neutral. I'm going to turn the wheel all the way to the left. I can't go left anymore. Now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost 4 full turns. So if I want to aim straight, I'm still in neutral, but I'm going to correct first. 1, 2, and now I'm going to bump it forward. Once you know that you're about straight, you really shouldn't need to correct more than about half of a turn either direction. The biggest problem that people run into is they don't feel it turning, they don't feel it turning, they don't feel it turning, and then all of a sudden they're turning all the way to the right by the time they feel the boat move. But then they're trying to correct, except it already has momentum going that direction. So the key, again, is to get in neutral, get straight, figure out where middle is. So there's your trick. There's 2 turns to the right if you started to the left. Then you're going to bump it forward. And as you correct, you're correcting half a turn at a time. As you bump it forward, pull it back, correct the wheel. Just don't overcorrect. Half a turn at a time. Hopefully that super simple driving tip helps you have great success when you're coming into your dock or pulling up to a slip, putting it on a trailer. Like I said, it's all kind of the same pattern. The timing is really important and not overcorrecting is even more important. So just get out there on the water, find a buoy to practice with, make sure you're in the middle, bump it forward, and then just keep pulling it back as you correct the steering, as you practice. I think you'll find it a lot more successful. You'll be able to approach things more slowly and safely. Good luck out on the water and come see us at Boat Town.